I've been featuring ZELOS here on my channel for many years. They're one of the brands that inspired me to start my own YouTube channel. I wanted other people to know about these great watches that actually didn't cost a lot of money. Today I have a Swordfish on the channel. It's their Swordfish field watch, and it gets a purple dial in 38 millimeters. So let's flip the camera and take a look at ZELOS and one of their more affordable offerings that's currently available on their website, the ZELOS Swordfish field watch. So I'm excited. It's been a little while since I featured a ZELOS here on my channel. This is a Swordfish field 38 millimeters in stainless steel. This gets a Nebula dial, but I want to talk about the packaging. One thing that I don't talk about very often anymore is packaging, and ZELOS do a fantastic job of always updating their packaging. And that's a good thing, because if you buy a lot of the same brand, you end up getting a lot of the same boxes. Let's call out a brand like Christopher Ward, who I absolutely love. I have a few of their boxes just sitting in a closet. I don't use them because they're nice boxes, but what can I use them for? ZELOS send you a pouch. They send you a watch slot thing that's made out of aluminum. And now they're sending out watch rolls. So you have all these different options from ZELOS that they've given you over the years. I think they've used like 5 or 6 different types of watch containers since I've started reviewing their watches here on my channel. And this is a beautiful blue 3-slot watch travel pouch. You can't go wrong, especially when you're considering the price on this watch. The price on this watch is $299. This is the Swordfish, so it's technically the Swordfish field watch. The Swordfish has always been one of my favorite watches from ZELOS. There's a few different reasons for that. It is a very affordable watch from ZELOS. I think it's a very good looking watch, especially the case. That has been always something that I've loved about the Swordfish in general. And then the bracelet. I've always loved a flat blink bracelet. They do a great job on these bracelets. They've also given this the updated treatment with the adjustable clasp that was just recently updated by the brand. So you're getting a lot for your $299. You're getting that case, and of course you're getting a beautiful watch. Now this is the Nebula in 38 millimeters, so this is a 38 millimeter field watch version of the Swordfish. So essentially all this is a Swordfish without the bezel. You're getting a purple dial. It's a purple fume dial with a sand texture, and then there is an enamel coating. So it's black on the outer portion of the dial, and then it gets to a dark purple towards the center. It's not a light purple. I wouldn't call it a light purple. So definitely a very nice gradient dial. Then you have this white chapter ring that is fully lumed, and you have light blue markers on that chapter ring, and it's sort of a railroad track that is the minute track. You have painted on indices. Those are painted in Lume. They're using things like C3 Superluminova, BGW9 on here, and it is of course applied very liberally, especially for their field watches. They do a really good job with Lume on all of their watches, but this lumed, it doesn't have a lume bezel, obviously, so normally that would add a lot more lume to a watch, but they've made up for it with the chapter ring on this watch. I guarantee you, you will be blown away at the lume shot on this watch. I don't know if it gets a lume crown. I believe that it does. And then, of course, it just says 200 meters of water resistance there at the bottom of the dial. So yes, this is a field watch, but they're giving it 200 meters of water resistance. And then you have the ZELOS logo, which is applied. You have those big, thick fence post hands. Those are liberally applied with Lume as well. And then you have a very large crown on here. It's around 6.2 millimeters. It's around a 38 millimeter watch if you measure it without these crown guards. With those crown guards, it's around 40 millimeters, but it definitely does not wear like that. I think it wears like a 38 millimeter, maybe a 38.5 millimeter watch. The lug to lug is around 44 millimeters, just over 44 millimeters, and then the thickness is 12 millimeters spot on. The bracelet here, as I mentioned before, a flat link bracelet with a beautiful polished chamfered edge, big screws for the links, of course, solid end links, quick release on the Bracelet. The Bracelet definitely gets all the bells and whistles on ZELOS, so they do a very good job with these watches. You have a push button right here underneath that buckle, and it is very easy to ratchet out about, I would say, 7 millimeters of space. You could ratchet that back in. You could use this as a dive extension or an on-the-fly micro adjust. That's really what it is, and it's very reminiscent of what you get from a major brand like Omega. This clasp is beautiful. It is signed with the ZELOS logo. There's 2 lines in it. Again, you get that chamfered edge, big screws in it. It's a really well-made clasp. Everything about this watch feels well made. They do a great job with their watches. They've always have, and they constantly are improving them. And this is just another step in that direction. Speaking of that direction, this does get a NH38. So this is a dateless version of the NH35. Obviously, you know, just paying attention to the little details. Really nice, smooth operation on that crown. On my wrist today, I have the Spearfish from ZELOS. This is a fantastic watch. It's sort of the big brother to the Swordfish. However, they are very, very similar. I think you just get a nicer movement in these. This got a La Joux movement inside, which is pretty awesome. Well, there it is on my 7.5-inch wrist. This is a 38 millimeter watch. It wears like a 38.5 millimeter watch, maybe a 39, pushing a 39 maybe. But I think it wears really well on my 7.5-inch wrist. It looks right at home. It's around 12 millimeters thick. You have just over a 44 millimeter lug span. So this will fit a much smaller wrist than mine, and probably larger wrists than mine as well, depending on your tastes. Well, there you go. I'm not gonna have to say much here. The lume is excellent. That chapter ring, very liberally applied with lume. It's basically on fire. It's like a ring of fire. And then you have those segmented fence post hands, very liberally applied with lume. And then of course you get lume on the second hand as well. The indices painted on with lume, very, very liberally and very bright. You also get a lumed crown, which, you know, ZELOS were one of the first brands to pull that off, which I think is pretty cool. So looks really good and very bright as well. Guys, tell me what you think of this watch down in the comment section below. $299 for this watch right now on their launch special. And it comes with that 3-watch travel pouch. So I don't know how they make money. There are brands out there that sell that pouch for $399. $100 more than this watch. And you're getting a watch with it. So I genuinely don't know how they make money on watches like this. I think I said that when the original Swordfish came out. Fantastic watch, and this is an incredible watch as well. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It's super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. Anyway, guys, thank you for logging on. I will catch you guys in the next video.